The roots of the god Enlil extended to the 5th millennium BC, perhaps in Samarra, and then in an Halaf culture. The sign of the double axe was found in Samarra in various forms, and was indicative of the beginning of the appearance of the male god. But the double axe appeared clearly in the civilization of Halaf, and signified a male god representing air and rain, and this began to accompany the construction of cities. Enlil forms the root of all powerful gods in later civilizations, such as Marduk the Babylonian, Assyrian, Baal the Canaanite, Greek Zeus, and Roman Jupiter because of his dominance over religious and worldly affairs, and his possession of the functions of the gods close to him. And Enlil is the first example of the worship of the singularity, a declaration of a national god at the expense of the rest of the gods. Therefore, the god Enlil is distinguished by the abundance of his titles and names. He is the master of all countries, the father of all gods, the great mountain, and the god who decides destinies, the god who is irreversible in his decisions, the one with bright eyes, and the god who owns in his hands the tablets of fate. Moreover, the epics of the creation of the universe confirmed that it was the god Enlil who separated the heavens from the earth, and who created the axe as a tool of action. Another of his titles is Avenger, who watches the operation of the laws, punishes the guilty, and who catches them like birds in his large net. The city of Enlil is the first holy Sumerian religious city, Nafar, Nippur, which is 7 kilometers away from Afak subdistrict in Qadisiyah Governorate, and the name of his temple is E-Kor, Beit al-Jabal. The secret or symbolic number is 50, and therefore he is the head of the Anunnaki complex, that is, the 50 gods of the earth, and his 50 attributes will later be taken by the god Marduk, his Akkadian counterpart, in the epic of the Akkadian Caliph. This Akkadian procedure was a continuation of the trend of uniqueness that began with Enlil. The Semites called the god Enlil the god Bel, or Baal, who merged with the character of Marduk and later became the most famous god of the Levant in particular, absorbing in his way the qualities of the popular god Demozi or Tammuz and his fertile qualities. Enlil has a temple in Lagash called Temple of the Father, and he has a special minister who is Nisko, the god of fire. This indicates the association of fire with air. He heads with Anu the groups of gods in his court, and being the king of all countries, he grants with his father Anu the highest positions such as king and principality. His word is the wind that implements the decisions of the divine council. If the gods decide to destroy a city, Enlil's word is blown like a storm and destroyed. His word shakes the sky and shakes the earth. And the god Enlil singled out the atmosphere that turned the earth, with the objects and phenomena that appear in it, such as planets, air, storms, and thunder, and because the lower world is located in a space beneath the earth's disk, so it became his specialty, as he gave birth to a son, Nargal, he later became king. Therefore, time, calendar, astronomy, and astrology became implicitly the prerogative of Enlil or one of his sons, because it belongs to the space that belongs to him. He and the god Anu were the cause of the overthrow and destruction of many cities. They were called the masses of the Khotins, and they destroy the Akkadian state by the storms of Enlil. And although it was the god Sin who destroyed and ended the Sumerians, but Enlil was behind this, and he considers it normal as cities must be destroyed after they flourish. He says to his son Sin, and he asks him about the destruction of I have given ownership to but not its content, as ownership forever, since ancient times, when the earth was founded until today, and people have multiplied who saw the authority of a kingdom that remained permanent. However, the god Enlil was described in some texts, contrary to these destructive qualities. He is the merciful god and the owner of urbanism, which is the cause of life, plants, and animals, thus clothes Enlil or absorbs the qualities of the god, Enki, which you will talk about in a separate video.